Bob Dylan and Nosferatu play the Monterey Folk Festival will not be seen, so that we may present the following special program. Tonight, a waterlogged monster goes on an underwater killing spree. But first, here are the Steve Martin and Martin Short of the unfunny Rex and Spanky.
Hello, movie-loving movie lovers. It's me, Rex Underwood Jr., your favorite star. Thank you for caring and following my career for, these many decades. I'll never be able to thank you enough. Oh, and by the way, here's Spanky the Gorilla. Let's hear it for Spanky. He's not as famous as I am, or as talented, but he's still all right. We are here to enjoy a lovely film we found in the dumpster. It's called The Beast or The Creature from 10,000 Leagues. I don't think it really matters which it is. It's down at the bottom of the ocean. It comes up to the top. It looks like a guy in a rubber monster suit. That's all you need to know. Enjoy as we start the things, they, from the bottom of the ocean.
You know, tourists just looking at the site.
Don't touch that.
William S. Grant, Special Investigator. Department of Defense, Washington. Well, I guess that makes it pretty official.
Yes, I guess it does.
His body is rigid with burns. The boat's charred, too. Yet there's no sign of fire. We better get him out of the water.
I'll take care of him myself.
Just thought I'd give you some help.
Now that you've got all my vital statistics, let's have yours. Name, address, occupation, things like that.
And the name's Baxter. Ted Baxter. Occupation, beachcomber and tourist. Length of stay, indefinite. Will that do?
Tell me, how did you happen to pick this particular place? Know anybody in town?
No. I have a letter of introduction to the head of the College of Oceanography here.
Professor King?
Which explains why I'm here at this particular minute. I was on my way to see him at his home when I stumbled in onto this.
I met you at the College of Oceanography yesterday, didn't I?
That's right. I'm George Thomas, Professor King's assistant.
You seemed a little anxious not to be seen.
Well, I saw two strangers standing over a corpse. Not being the hero type, I decided this was no place for me.
You Planning to do a little diving, Mr. Thomas? This late at night?
I'm an oceanographer. The ocean's my business, day or night.
Anything particularly interesting around here?
You wouldn't want to help get the scavenger sale ready at the community center, would you?
You better not do any diving around here for a while. I want you to forget that you were even here tonight, understand?
You're soaking wet.
So I am. I saw a wonderful marine specimen. I went in after it.
With the college on vacation, you're spending more time there than ever. I hardly see you anymore. I've never seen you this detached from me, from reality.
The vast majority of mentally disturbed people are not violent.
I'm working on breathtaking things, Lois. Great things.
And you still won't tell me what it is?
Not yet.
You've got your own staff consumed with curiosity. Even your secretary has asked me if I know what it is you're doing behind that tightly locked lab of yours.
She's a sneaking, prying female. I should fire her.
If only she wouldn't giggle.
And I suppose George is quizzing you, too.
To tell the truth, you are acting pretty shifty.
I think he feels a deep resentment because you cut him off from your work so.
He's an opportunist, not a scientist.
Of course you don't mean it.
I don't trust him nor Ethel. They're both spying on me. I'm not here. I'm in bed. I've been in bed an hour. An hour, you understand?
Oh, won't you come in?
Thank you. Is Professor King here?
I'm sorry, he's asleep. He went to bed an hour ago.
Oh, I see. Are you sure the professor's asleep? Tell him that Ted Baxter's here.
Please, please, please.
Dad? Dad?
And that's why Miss Ellis watches the boys and girls so carefully.
Dear Diary, I've almost saved enough money for my Julie Kavner tattoo. I should have that boil on my left elbow looked at. I wonder if I should grow my hair out. You know, that cool surfer look.
My friend the beachcomber. Supposing you tell me what your great interest in this thing is, Dr. Stevens.
You work fast, don't you?
Oh, I've learned quite a lot about you, Doctor.
You'd be surprised how well Washington knows you. Care to hear how famous you are?
Nothing like being Miss Popularity.
Yeah.
Dr. Stevens, oceanographer, one of the leaders in this field, author of 2 highly controversial books.
You have been busy, Mr. Grant.
Please don't tell Murray or Mare about my secret identity. Please.
Dr. Stevens, in a laboratory experiment, successfully activated the hydrogen isotopes in heavy water to form an atomic chain reaction. Suppose you tell me what you're doing with that Geiger counter.
Well, I told you I thought the boat showed radiation burns. I wanted to verify it. I did. Scientific curiosity, you might say.
And using the phony name? What's that for?
Does everything have to be so phony?
That's for reasons of my own.
I watched you yesterday. The way you looked out there as if you expected something like this was going to happen.
Am I to consider myself a suspect?
Hell, what you're doing is wrong. Man, it's really wrong.
What happened out there seems to tie in pretty closely with your own experiments.
The evidence, if you can call it that, was highly circumstantial. Washington tell you anything else about me?
Parking in cars with the boys at night.
You know, if you leave me alone, I might be able to help you with this.
And then again, maybe not.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Morning, Miss Ethel.
Morning, Andy.
They found Willie Harrison's boat this morning, burned like the others. They ain't found his body. That makes 3 the Phantoms got.
To get that funny odor?
How could I miss it?
You know what they're saying in town? That nothing like this ever happened until they opened this school here. I can't say that I blame them. The way the professor's been acting, locking himself up in his room. He won't even let me in there to clean it. And all those noises coming from that room.
You unholy woman! She's bleeding!
It ain't normal, this carrying on.
What's not normal, Andy? I'm not to be disturbed, you understand?
Yes, sir.
HEF increase 0.56, 0.70-18.
Keeping right up with the professor, aren't you, George?
I'm 1 step ahead of him.
Yes, Mother.
I've got to get into his lab, Ethel. You've got to help me get in there. It's worth a lot of money to me. To you, too.
$50,000?
I could tell him what you're up to.
You could. But you won't.
I guess you could say that's my biggest worry right now.
And they taste good, too.
Today in showbiz history. On this date in 1984, Rex Underwood Jr. was hired for the final season of the TV sitcom Alice. He was cast as a sexy surfer and dishwasher. His performance was so bizarre, he was fired after one episode and replaced with a bowl full of mashed potatoes.
Oh, hi there. Tell me, how did you leave your house? Through the door or through the open window like your father did last night?
You better stop pestering me, do you hear?
I leave the window exits to Dad. Join me in a swim?
No, I'm a little winded. How about you joining me in a rest? Maybe I can pick up some of that color you have.
Care for a cigarette?
No, thanks.
Is something the matter?
No.
You seem a little nervous, Mr. Baxter.
Why don't you call me Ted?
Please.
All right, Ted. Oh, it's too nice just to sit around. If you're not coming in for a swim, then I think I'll go in alone.
Now, look. You can't go swimming.
I don't like being told what to do.
Do I make myself clear?
Well, it's not a case of my telling you what to do. It's just that it isn't safe out there.
I think you're being a little ridiculous. Look, I've spent all my life near the water. I can handle myself under any situation.
But I'm afraid you can't in this one.
They don't seem to realize I've grown up.
I'm going to insist that you stay out of the water at least for a while.
Insist?
Yes, you must trust me.
You really mean that, don't you?
I really do. Let's just say that I'd feel better knowing that you were safe here on the beach. For personal reasons.
You ought to do that more often.
Do what?
Smile.
Oh. Well, all I need is a little encouragement. And you've given that to me.
What's wrong with those people?
Ethel. Will you go down to the supply room and get some ocean current charts?
Yes, sir.
Professor King, I wonder if I might have a few words with you alone.
Ethel, I believe you were on your way down to the supply room.
I called on you at your home last night, but you'd gone out for a walk through an open window.
Yes, my daughter Lois told me that a Mr. Baxter had called. I got a terrible scolding on your account.
You're not getting away. The police are going to get you.
Professor, I saw a fisherman's body washed up on the shore last night.
These men get very careless. They think they rule the sea.
This man wasn't killed by a natural force. His body was rigid with radiation burns. I think whatever killed him was man-made.
Indeed. Very interesting. Although not within my scope as an oceanographer, Just what is it you want of me, Mr. Baxter?
Well, I'd like a detailed study of the ocean in this vicinity, the depth and the composition of the floor, anything that you might have.
Take a little time to gather them.
I'd like them as soon as possible.
Oh, I told my daughter I wouldn't work this afternoon. Why don't you come to the house about 3? Say, if you get there before I do and Lois is out, just go on right in. The house is generally unlocked.
Come on back later. I'll remember you.
That'll be fine.
And by the way, I take it you are working with Mr. Grant.
Lou and I are in cahoots.
You might say so.
Conan O'Brien!
You can go in now, miss. I hope you found the conversation interesting.
You're an inquisitive woman, aren't you, Ethel?
Oh, go to hell, Sid.
This is Ted Baxter. Good night and good news.
Oh, yes. Don't worry, Daddy. He's one of your best men, completely reliable.
Oh! Hey, she hasn't got any clothes on.
At least you might have knocked. Would you mind handing me those things there?
Surely.
Thanks.
Change your underwear more often, and be sure and use a deodorant.
Is Father expecting you?
Yes.
How does she find so many things to do?
Would you mind helping me with this zipper?
Of course.
You're an awful long time with that.
You get used to lizards here.
Mission completed. Sorry to say.
Hello. I'm sorry I'm late.
Well, now that Dad's here, will you excuse me?
Oh, surely.
I hope these are what you wanted. Dr. Stevens. I've read your books very thoroughly, Doctor, on which, incidentally, your photograph appears.
Well, maybe it's just as well you know who I am. Have you charted the area around Baker's Cove?
The area where the accidents occurred? No.
Well, you've mapped other areas in this vicinity. A few years ago, a submerged deposit of uranium ore was found along this coast. Is there any evidence of a similar deposit along here?
No. Now, why?
This morning I made a test dive over the area where the accidents have taken place. They weren't accidents. There's a shaft of light coming up out of the ocean. I have reason to believe that it's nuclear in character. Now, any object coming in contact with this light would be subject to extreme radiation.
Just button the jacket, baby, and I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be okay.
You say you made a close examination of this light?
Not as close as I would have liked to. It was being guarded by a hideous beast that defies description. Professor, you say you've read my stories.
Indeed, I have. Much of my work is based on your findings.
Well, then you must remember my experiments on activating the hydrogen isotopes in heavy water.
If anybody was to ask me seriously, I would have to say no.
Then you think that with the submerged deposit of uranium ore, you can get the same reaction on a much larger scale.
A weapon like this could destroy anything coming in contact with it.
Well, have you any evidence to support this fantastic theory?
I created such a muton in one laboratory.
Oh, come now, Doctor.
I destroyed it, just as this creature must be destroyed, and the knowledge that went into creating it.
You think that that knowledge might have come out of my college?
Professor, in science we look for one thing and find another. We split an atom and the hydrogen bomb has evolved. We set up a simple experiment or study on underwater life. Something new and horrible is created.
I feel as if I and my experiments are suspect.
Well, I haven't overlooked that possibility.
Gee, I guess you have to know your stuff.
However, there's another element.
Another element?
The person responsible for this terrible weapon has offered it for sale to the highest bidder.
For sale?
$50,000?
I don't believe it. Hello.
I was wondering if you'd like to go to the Strand to see a movie Saturday night.
Yes, Mr. Grant.
And then go over to Teen Town, maybe.
That's right.
Or if you'd rather go with the gang on a skating party and weenie roast. We'd have to leave earlier for that, though. But we get home at a decent time.
Grant's going to make a dive in the morning. He's borrowing some equipment from us. We can't let him go down there.
See that? You made the chief mad.
You seemed so skeptical when I told you the results of my test dive. Yet you show genuine concern for Mr. Grant's safety. Good day, Professor.
Ethel, I consider you an intelligent woman. A bit bitter, perhaps. No great lover of mankind, but still intelligent. I'd like your opinion. What would you consider a just punishment for a man or woman who would betray his fellow man for money? One who would take a scientific discovery of monumental scope and use it to line his or her pockets.
I don't know.
Punk. Would you consider death just?
I don't think so.
Well,
He won't want to do that, Doctor.
you can tell me some other time.
One moment, please. Hello. Get me Mr. Grant, please.
Oh, yeah? And ain't you after giving him the brush off for me?
He shouldn't have come here. I may have been followed.
There was a time when you would have welcomed me under any circumstances.
You get used to lizards here. They're quite common.
They've got federal men investigating. They must know something. They're planning on making a dive tomorrow.
A dive? They've got to be stopped.
How?
They're expecting me to bring some vital information from you.
I'm not ready.
You were ready enough to accept a considerable sum of money in advance, weren't you?
That is a lot of lettuce.
You're facing some serious problems, George. You have 2 days in which to find the answers. I'll be leaving for Europe the day after tomorrow.
Where will I find you?
The gorgeous Muck Motel, newly renovated after that explosion at the landfill. Enjoy the new drapes.
For quite a while, we were just a man and a woman, weren't we? I didn't know then they could put beauty and poison so cleverly together in one package.
with heavy heart that I, Rex Underwood Jr., come to you now. It has been brought to my attention that some of you have fallen asleep. You in particular. So class, get out your papers. It's time for the mid-movie pop quiz. Oh, I don't want to hear any groaning. You brought it on yourself. Let's see how much you did actually watch. Okay, first question. Dead people are washing ashore with signs of A, radioactivity, B, television activity, C, virginity, D, West virginity. A harpoon is used to A, kill fish, B, scare away sharks, C, decorate the set, or D, move this tired-ass plot along. Ted Baxter's real name is A, Dr. Ted Stevens, B, Mr. Peanut, C, the marvelous Mrs. Maisel, or D, Sophie B. Hawkins with Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover, climbing up to number 32 this week on the charts. Andy the janitor is also the town's sexiest man, the town's only hairdresser who can do a bouffant, C, the leader of the town's Iron Maiden tribute band, or D, AOL's last customer. All right, we will grade these and get them back to you by the end of the movie, so pay attention. If you fall asleep again, this will happen. Yeah, I'm on to you, buddy. I'm on to you.
Is it all right to talk here?
Go ahead.
I can tell you what you want to know.
All right.
Hey, you look lovely.
Thank you. I hope my caller feels the same way about it.
I'm sure he will. Dr. Stevens is very observing. He's a bright young man. Sometimes I think he's too bright.
Too bright? I don't understand what you mean.
Oh, just an old coot thinking out loud. Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening. I dare say you two won't mind being left alone.
You're beautiful.
The show's over. Next time, bring a camera and buy a ticket.
How about a nice walk along the ocean?
Yes, Dad does enjoy his leisure time.
He may fool the rest of you with his soft voice, but not me. He's a killer.
You can't accuse King of treason just because you hate him.
I'll accuse him of anything. He sent my only son out in a squall to get his filthy ocean specimens.
Proof, Ethel. I need proof.
If I could just get in there, I could get you all the proof you want.
We may be able to figure out something along those lines. If I could show you how to make a wax impression of those locks, could you do it sometime tomorrow?
I'm sure I could.
Come on.
I'd better be getting home. It's late. It's been a lovely evening.
Yes, it was pleasant. And it did go fast.
Mostly in talk about my father and the college, now that I think of it. You've learned a great deal about him.
Natural curiosity about a fellow scientist.
We really should go.
All right.
You go home and call Bill Grant. You'll find him at the hotel. Tell him I'll wait here for his instructions. Hurry, please.
burned worse than the fisherman was. I think it's about time we did something about this. We? Am I off your list of suspects?
Silly boy.
Earlier today, I had a long talk with Washington. You were the topic of conversation. Am I to be shot at sunrise? They told me to cooperate with you. Aww. You could have floored me. They put you on this case, too, and didn't even tell me about it.
Yes.
Apparently, they wanted two completely indifferent investigations of this. Pacific College of Oceanography. I think I'll take it down to the crime lab and have them dust it for prints. How about you going down to the college and picking up some diving equipment? I checked with Professor King, and he said the night watchman would give it to us. Okay. I made a test dive yesterday. It's pretty grim. There's a shaft of radioactive light down there. Touch it and you're dead. And if that isn't enough, there's some kind of an animal standing guard over it. Then there really is a basis for these phantom stories? I'm afraid there is. This'll take care of it. And I won't miss. What happened? Still want to go in? Feel all right? Okay.
I'm picking up King and his assistant.
What for?
The poison in that mask came from the college, and so did the spear that was fired at you.
So we can prove a charge of attempted murder. That's not what we're after. We want to know who created that thing and how to destroy it. Don't you understand, Bill? It's the knowledge, the know-how that went into making that ray.
Can't expect me to believe that.
The secretary could be tied into it for all we know.
Now, roll her out. We were, well, talking. She tells me she can prove that King's behind this whole thing.
Prove it? How?
I rigged up a set of keys for her to get into his laboratory. She tells me all the proof I need is right in that room.
I hope she's right.
We'll know tonight.
One of the spear guns is missing.
I saw King take one out yesterday.
That's odd. I thought I saw you carrying one when you left last night.
You see too much, Ethel.
No, dear.
Why don't you open the door?
I've got to get in there today.
Break the door down.
He mustn't know, Ethel. This is important to me, as important as staying alive.
I can't help you.
This is serious. I'm in trouble. You like that, don't you?
Oh, how right you are. I've too much trouble of my own to worry about yours.
You wish to speak to me?
Well, yes. I thought you might be interested in the results of the dive we made this morning.
The very fact that you're here now tells me that your phantom, as well as your light ray, is a myth, a hoax.
That's no way to speak to a lady.
Phantom, marine mutations, death rays, utter nonsense. I'm afraid, Doctor, that you are the victim of an overwhelming imagination.
Oh, go to hell, Sid.
Good day, Dr. Stevens.
Members of our studio audience will receive a trash bag full of cicadas. Why wait 11 years to be aggravated? Keep the temp at 85 and enjoy them for the whole decade. An empty freezer, ideal for the apartment dweller who doesn't have any space anyway. And load that freezer with no food from Gary's Discount Chow Hut, which went out of business yesterday. Oops.
Notice his alertness.
You don't look well, George. Or is it just that I don't find you attractive anymore?
Nothing's going right, Wanda. I don't know if I can get what they want.
They won't like it.
Run for your life!
Ethel, King's secretary, was crying a little heart out to Mr. Grant. I saw them.
Government man?
I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I'm pretty sure I caught your name.
She knows enough about me to...
Evidently, she hasn't told him what she knows yet.
What do I do, Wanda?
I know what I'd do.
You're working very late tonight, aren't you, Ethel?
I had some work to clean up. Good night.
Seriously, George.
Boy, this is some picture.
Dad, what's wrong?
Oh, I feel so old, so tired, defeated. Dr. Stevens, I want to apologize to you for my rudeness this afternoon. I've had a few very trying days.
Of course, I understand. Maybe I better leave.
Come in.
Professor King?
That's right.
Were you at the college tonight?
Yes, for a while.
Mind telling me when you left?
About an hour ago, I think. What's this all about?
Your secretary, Miss Hall, was found murdered a short while ago.
Ethel.
She left the college. A few minutes later, you followed. That it?
I don't grasp the significance of that fact. Do you think that I would take a human life? Willfully, deliberately?
She just as well as told me you were going to kill her.
She was killed with one of the college's spear guns.
Am I being formally charged with this horrible thing?
Not yet. But it's just a matter of time.
Come on.
Dad.
Wait a minute. Ethel gave me this at the restaurant. She copied it from King. Mean anything to you?
Oh, we solved your murder for you, Mr. Grant. Same spear gun fired both shafts. The one that tried to kill Doc here and the one that got Miss Hall. Same fingerprints over both of them. They were George Thomas's, King's assistant. That's the dumbest killer you ever saw.
Not that idiot.
Left the spear gun in his car. Same prints all over it.
Did you write this?
I called the college to tell the old man he was in the clear, but no one answered.
He's probably at home. I think I better go tell him. Tell the old man I'm sorry.
I kind of have an idea where we can get George. Want to come along? Might be able to use some help.
Come on. I have some news that I think will interest you.
About Ethel's murder?
The sheriff has proof it was George.
I knew it wasn't you. Why the gloom? Dad
Dad's just been acquitted of murder.
Lois, I'd like to talk to your father alone.
Why?
It'll only take a few minutes, dear.
Ethel gave this to Mr. Grant. She said she copied it from your notes.
There is a uranium deposit on the ocean floor.
How did you activate it?
That, Dr. Stevens, is my knowledge and mine alone.
But it must be destroyed.
It started with a simple animal experiment. One of yours, Doctor.
I thought so.
And I advanced it way beyond the scope of your imagination. Didn't I?
Don't tell me how you created it. Tell me how to destroy it.
I don't know that I want to.
But, Doctor, you're not free to do as you wish. 5 people have died as a result of that thing.
Go F you! Go F you!
But just give me 1 hour to think about it. It's a decision that's not easy to make.
I have no other choice.
Thank you. I'll meet you here. And Doctor, stay with Lois. She'll need you.
Close the door. I don't want to hear it.
Ted, what happened? That ship had just exploded.
Lois, I've got to find your father.
You can't mean that Dad had anything to do with this.
I haven't got time to talk.
Professor King! Mr. King!
You may come in and clean up now, Andy.
It's about time. What in the world is that? What in the world is that?
Goodbye, Andy.
Figured you'd show up here sooner or later. What do you want of me? Just a confession to Ethel Hall's murder. We found a spear gun in your car. Ballistic test and fingerprints pretty well tie you into it, mister.
In rooms like this, news pours in from the far reaches of the globe.
You weren't very clever about it.
Neither was your girlfriend, Wanda.
No, I guess I wasn't. I should have learned more of my teacher.
I'm going to visit school again some afternoon when I call for Joan. May I?
He killed in wholesale lots.
What are you talking about?
Professor King, he planted that thing out in the ocean.
What's he mean, Bill? I think I know. Can you handle him yourself, Sheriff?
Why destroy all this? His experiments, his life's work.
I'm afraid only your father can explain that.
But I still don't understand. Do you know why you did this?
I think I do.
What a mess. King?
Yeah, I left a few minutes ago. Probably headed for the beach. We're on our way there now.
Let's take my car. Come on, we can hurry.
Our research people are hard at work, finding out what else it may be able to do. As a matter of fact, that can wait.
If I'd only known in time, perhaps I could have stopped to. I know he meant this power to be used to help humanity, not destroy it.
I'm sure he did. And he paid for his mistake. Nature has many secrets that man mustn't disturb. This was one of them.
The Phantom from 10,000 Leagues. Did you count all the leagues? No, I didn't either. What'd you think of that? Was that pretty convincing? Was that pretty scary? No, it wasn't anything. Did it suck? Yes, it sucked. We have a quorum. It sucked.
Let me out of here now! Do you hear now?
That was just awful. It just sucked. I'm so sorry. I wish we had something better to show you, but we ain't got no money. We're public domain theater, and we are stars, so there you got that. Rex and Spanky saying goodbye till next time. See you at the checkout line. Bye-bye.
Not appearing on tonight's show, Benny Hinn, James Hong, Martin Van Buren, Margaret Dumont, Mungo Jerry, Fanny Flagg, Sabrina Carpenter, and Charlie Weaver. This is Crunch Hardtack speaking.